Kirby Superstar was another Super NES game I played the crap out of. Rented it multiple times, eventually bought it on eBay. And there's a reason. It's pretty much the peak of the Kirby series, and I'll tell you why. When they set out to make this game, they pretty much said, let's make a Kirby game, but in like 6 different variations on the theme. And so they did. There's basically the remake of the first Kirby game using the mechanics of Kirby Superstar. There's Dynablade, which is a new adventure. There's Revenge of Meta Knight, which is more of a plot-driven game. You see the dialogue between the different characters, and it's fast-paced, and it's pretty fun. There's the Great Cave Offensive, where you're Kirby, you're stuck in a cave. It doesn't really matter if you go from point A to point B. It's how much treasure you get along the way that determines your final score. And that's a totally different way of doing it. There was Milky Way Wishes, where you didn't necessarily have the ability to copy from each individual enemy, but if you got a certain item, you could always call upon that ability. So once you got the cutter item, you could always get the cutter. That actually, I think, was my favorite one, a very epic game. And then there was the Coliseum. Now, the Coliseum might sound familiar to people that own Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and there's a reason. The people that made Kirby Superstar eventually went on to make the Super Smash Bros. Series, and for Brawl, they incorporated a lot of the things they had. For example, the multiplayer option where you could have a second player help you out, Subspace Emissary, definitely drew a lot from the Kirby Superstar way of doing it. Kirby Superstar does a hell of a lot better, but Subspace Emissary is similar. The Coliseum, where you basically had to fight every single boss in the game with only a certain amount of health healing items, also sort of transfers over to Super Smash Bros. Brawl. God, I loved Coliseum. So much fun. There were also a bunch of mini games which were fun. There was the Quick Draw mini game. There was the one where you had to test your ability to time 2 circles hitting each other. There was a racing mini game, which is just random. It's advertised as 8 games in one, and that's one of the big selling points. Another big selling point is the multiplayer option. One of you is Kirby, and then once you copy something, you can spawn them into an ally, which is pretty fun. That multiplayer aspect is one of the best things about the game. But my favorite thing, and one that none of the other Kirby games have figured out, is the fact that they had multiple moves per ability. It wasn't just, oh, I throw a cutter when I'm cutter. No, it's I can do that, or I can go up to someone and slash him multiple times and do this crazy uppercut. I loved the fact that you could do multiple moves per ability. That was really cool. I have no idea why they haven't figured out how to do it since. There is a remake, I believe, for the DS, which I haven't played, which I've heard has added more games. But basically, the bottom line is this. If you have a Super NES and you like Kirby, this is the game to get. Go out, play it, love it.